Hey, and welcome to Factorio. My name is Brune, and we are playing Exotic Industries, an overhaul mod for Factorio. In our last episode, we just got the iron, or not the iron, excuse me, the blue science setup built. And so now we are going to take some steel, copper, and iron up over here and connect it up to the blue science and let blue science do its thing. So I don't think I need a lot of this stuff, so I'm going to just do a half belt of each. That seems reasonable to me. Okay, let's grab half belt of copper. And we already have our half. Oh, that was perfect. Oh, but then I need to bring the steel up. So let's continue this that way. And oh, this is actually kind of beautiful because we can. Here, we're gonna do this. Put underground there. Because then I can. Just like so. Oh, but that doesn't make it. I'd have to do something weird to make sure it's a half there. So yeah, we'll How do I do this? Make sure that that's a half. I guess I'll have to do this trick. Oh, but then I can't take it in that way. Here, we'll do it like so. Where there's a will, there's a way. Wait, if I did it... No, because then I can't loop it around that way. That's funny. Because I wanted them to just come up like this, the 4 ingredients. All on their own half. Could have done it with 2 belts and split them up to the top, but we're using 4 because it looks way cooler. Oop, I went too far. Okay. Let's use my new fancy bots. Green chips are going to come up here. Oh, and then I have the steam directly in my way. Perfect. Green chips are connected. Okay, these machines. Oh yeah, I never hooked the steam back up. Okay, all that's working nice. So we can have iron coming in that way. And copper will come in this way. And steel will come up this way. I like how there would have been this space if I would have kept it there, but instead I was too bothered by it needing to be perfectly in order. So copying corners is a super awesome tactic for doing this. Makes it way easier to put all these in. Okay, this should be it. It should be hooked up now. Blue science is a go. It is a go. Okay, let's see if this little fancy miniature blue setup I built works correctly. So far, so good. Correct resources doing their thing. Let's see here. I have too much belt on both sides there. But other than that, I think it's doing it. And other than this one not being able to output anywhere. Ooh, and then this one can't access because this doesn't output onto that spot. Okay. There, now we have both engines on. Did it do the thing yet? It's gonna give me some sweet achievement. I know it is. Let's ride the first blue science down the way. Oh, before that comes out, actually, let's see if we can get something researching. Let's see here. Electronic crushers. Electronic automation is what I'm assuming this is. Yeah, because I don't think I have the electronic ones yet. Excuse me. Fast inserters and filter inserters. Great. The circuit networks. Circuit networks. I love using the circuit networks. If you feel like you are bad with them, I promise you I will at some point try and bust these out and use them, talk about it, and work my way through it, because I absolutely love building just big, complicated circuit things. And so, yeah, you got that to look forward to. Lights, that is what we're researching. Advanced material processing can wait. Concrete can wait. Advanced mining productivity can wait. All the rest of those can wait. Plastics, yes, I'm excited for all of this. This is awesome. Let's queue up the lights. And I'm going to queue up the circuit networks, just because it's one of my favorite things. And then we're going to do nanobot speed and range, I think is what those are. Range and speed. So I think we'll need to work towards getting all these electronic things. I'm assuming at some point the science will ramp up a bit, and we'll need to get a substantial, like maybe 5 to 10 science a second or something like that. Maybe we don't, but I'm assuming it will at some point, and we'll need to start doing very, like, kind of bigger builds like we were doing down in Furnace Land, like big builds like that for just single items. Ooh, here it comes. Oh, the blue science. So, I have... Oh, wait. Do I see some red on the map? Oh, those are the delete things. That scared the crap out of me. There it is. 13 hours, 41 minutes. Awesome for the blue science. 3 down, 3 to go. That's hilarious. The burner, this thing can only take in 2 science at a time. That is awesome. Okay. Now I'm really curious how quickly we can get some electronic power up and running. So we have steam engines, which I think is going to be our ticket to this. Let's see if it's the same ratio as the previous one. Oh, I forgot we built the car too. We're going to have to bust that out at some point. We're gonna need. Ooh, I got rid of all the wood. Oh, but I have a few more. Perfect, because the wood gets used for the electric poles. Because I really want to get this blue science going. This will be the one. I mean, they technically all will be the one here in a moment. Let's get some electricity stuff up here. Guess I don't need it on my military bar, and I can take off that burner. Steam engines. We're just pumping out the achievements now. Okay, let's check this ratio here. So in Vanilla Factorio, these would take half of what a steam boiler could output. So these do 60 a second. Consumption, 30 a second. Yep. Beautiful. We can stick to just standard vanilla designs for this. And so I have access to the coal and the steam. Well, actually, all I really need is the coal, because I'm not going to take from this steam, because this is going to be a perfect ratio when I have these two laid out here like this. So let's long-handed inserter yank that from our, there you go. Take her away, bots. Right there. That's kind of where I want to put that. I'm going to be able to power these bad boys this way. Awesome. So, but here's my dilemma where I want a burner inserter feeding this. Here, let's move it back one. Nope, two. Give yourself some space. Always the best plan of action. Let's get some coal up here. Burner inserter, this bad boy. And let's get some water up in here too. Ooh. That's actually, it's not going to be that tough. Let's see here. This is the old setup, and so it's not as important. That's where I want it to go. Water in. I think we're making electricity for the first time. Ta-da! Here we go. Electricity. It is happening. So I'm curious how much electricity one of those things is consuming. 60 kilowatts, and this is outputting. Ooh, each one of them outputs 900, so we're at 1.8 megawatts with these. So that'll easily do 8 of these. I think, since I picked one up, if I craft one, it doesn't need to craft a second one, which is nice. So I could essentially keep going down the line that way. I think I will try and microwave the best I can. Queue up another one. another one. I wonder if I'm going to be short on there. Looks like I might be a little short on iron, which is okay, because I'm sure I could find some around here. I'll probably even just build a 9th one, because I think I'm going to end up with an extra one of these in the end here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to pick up a little bit of iron, so let's scoot over here. Yeah, because when I place this one down, I'll just have that extra one in my inventory. And I'll just put it down here. It doesn't even need to be powered. I just don't want to have to carry it around in my inventory. And having over here will make it so it's nice and easy to get down the road. I was like, well, how come these aren't going? But they're just eating up the blue science. That's how. Okay. Put it right here so it gets powered and doesn't have to complain. Alright, blue science is happening. Lights are on the way. I think what we should be doing now is going and trying to add a few extra things to the mall. Like, definitely all this electricity stuff. Potentially even, yeah, working on being able to use electricity in the mall. So we'd be able, so we're going to want to try and automate all this stuff. I think that's kind of the next big task while we do this. But with nanobots, this should go much, much quicker. Paying attention to our pollution will also help. There's like a deleted thing over here. That's what I saw that was red. That was earlier freaking me out. I kind of forgot to explain that, but let's take a look at our inventory. See here. Regular inserters, long-handed inserters. Perfect. Those are definitely going to need to be added to the bus. Looks like the only thing from here I see that we really need at the moment. I don't know if we need the burner heater yet. Steam engine. Definitely want to put the steam engine on there. And the boiler. The boiler isn't on there for the sake of that matter. Steam turbine. Oh, wow, interesting. Oh, wait, but this takes steam at 500 degrees Celsius, which is outputted from this. And yeah, so that's like kind of like our big electricity upgrade. So we can start with this and work up to the fancy one. The solar power also kind of seems interesting. I think I would like to put those on the automation here as well. We have electric miners. Definitely got to put that onto the bus here. Oil pump jack, we're going to put that on the bus. The steel furnaces, we're going to put that on the bus, along with the coke furnace. Or I keep saying on the bus, but I mean in the mall. Really is what I'm aiming for here. Okay. A heat chemical plant. That's interesting. You know, it probably makes sense using heat to, you know, engage chemical reactions and different things, or start them, catalyze them, however you want to say it. So this solid fuel is a great way to use excess oil when you have excess oil. which at some point in the game you can end up with it depending on what you do. Um, it's important to note that because the uh, oil is infinite. You don't run out of the oil. Where like we ran out of the iron previously, we will never run out of oil on that. It will slowly go down to being just a trickle, and there won't be a lot coming out of there anymore. It's still enough that you'd want to keep it open, um, and delivering oil to everywhere you want to shut it off. But so you can have a steady forever supply. I think they go down to, I want to say 10% or it's like 20% or something of their original speed. So when you first tap it, this one will be pumping tons of oil out, and then after a little while, it will be much slower. It'll be like we have just one or two of those. So then we'll have to go and find another one and train it in, and it'll be a fun adventure. Anyways, this basic oil processing, I think, is going to be something we're going to need to do a lot of here with a lot of these new things we're going to be unlocking. Solar laser tower. This is pretty cool. I definitely going to add this to the bus because I'm just intrigued to see what it's all about and how it works. But I think that should be it. Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah, we'll call the episode here, and we will plan on diving into adding more things to the mall here once we come back. So thank you for joining me. Super excited to have electricity going. Definitely going to put the lights on here immediately once that's researched. Let me actually look at that real quick, because that's going to take, yep, just some simple ingredients. Should be, oh yes, and a radar. That's going to be amazing. I think I mentioned it in one of the first few episodes, but this will do a lot of scouting for us, just placing one around, and then it will just kind of scout in a big circle. I guess I don't need to move that around. It's scout in a big circle around here and slowly reveal small squares in the map. So, and it also keeps, like, just how we can zoom in and see this right now, but we can't see over here in this area. If we have an active radar over here, it will reveal this area. And so everywhere we have the radars, we'll be able to see from our map view and take blueprints of and all that stuff. I think you can still take, nope, you can't. You have to be able to see it like so to be able to take it. Take a blueprint of it. So yeah, thank you for joining me so much. If you're at this point, really appreciate it, and I hope you have a good one. We'll see you in the next one.